Now we've reviewed each of the workflows, we can show you how to save these as local versions and then enable them across your accounts so they can start working for you. Let's start by looking at the Workflows page within PPC Samurai. Here you can view the workflows that you have enabled and which accounts are running these. Starting at the bottom, here is the list of global templates. This is the library of pre-built workflows that you can apply to your accounts. This is where you'll find all the BMM exact workflows, but more on that later. This section shows which workflows you have being applied to new accounts by default. This is great when you have a set of best practices converted into workflows and you want to enable them by default to every newly imported account. At the top, you have the list of accounts and the workflows enabled on these. You can filter the accounts by searching or using the workflow type along the top. For each of these, there are icons that advise what the status of each workflow is for a specific client. There are three main states of a workflow. The green A icon means this workflow has been applied to this client and has been set up to run automatically on a schedule. The yellow M means this workflow has been applied to this client but is not set up to run automatically on a schedule. The red NA means this workflow has not been applied to this client. Additionally, if any workflow has been modified but not saved, then the mod copy will appear over the icon to show this. We'll start by enabling a global template, as all of the BMM exact workflows are pre-built and are available within the global template library. Head to the Workflows page and scroll down to the Global Template section. Just to refresh ourselves, these are the 5 workflows that make up the BMM exact process. You will see version numbers at the end of each. These are the versions while making the course. These could be updated as new functionality appears or the ad APIs we access change. When setting up new ones, make sure you use the latest versions. All of which you can see here. As explained in Section 2, Introduction to Workflows, you'll find each one under its workflow type. For example, Step 2, Exclude Exact Keyword in BMM Ad Group version 1 is under Keyword. Next to each workflow is a checkbox. Check this to enable the global template workflow in your account. Tick all 5 as seen here and then refresh the page. At the top of the Workflows page, you'll now see each workflow as a column with the icons we just reviewed. These should all be read with an NA as newly enabled. Next up, we need to create local versions of these global templates so that you can modify these and add them to your accounts. Global templates are pre-built workflows that are available for you to copy and use on your accounts. Local versions are copies of the global templates that you then apply to your own accounts. So, the next step once you've enabled the global templates is to make a local version. Open the workflow by clicking the icon. It should be red if only just enabled from a global template. You'll get this pop-up. Just click Open Workflow. The first thing is to rename the workflow. We'd recommend adding your agency name or abbreviated name to the beginning of the workflow name. This will make identifying your local versions easier, but also retain the step and workflow name description. Press Enter and save the new name. You can then update the workflow if required with your naming conventions or updates as per the lessons 2.1 to 2.5. Once you're happy with the workflow, copy the name and then click Save As in the Manage Template section. This will save this new version as a local copy with your agency name. You can then click back on Workflows, refresh the page and you'll see your new local version listed. Repeat this process for all 5 of the BMM exact workflows. You can then remove the global template from your account by unticking them in the Global Template section. This will leave you with only the 5 versions in your local account. Next up, we need to activate these workflows for your selected accounts. On the Workflows page, you will see a list of all of your imported accounts, and then in the columns the local versions of the 5 BMM exact workflows. Select which account rows you want to activate the workflow on, and then click the icon for the chosen workflow. You'll get the same pop-up from before, But rather than opening the workflow, we want to enable automatic run. When ticked, you will get options on when you want this workflow to run. The settings here are from the global template, for example, run daily, and we would recommend you leave the run settings for these BMM exact workflows as they are and press save. The workflows page will now update and the icons for the activated workflows and accounts will turn green. Work your way through each of the 5 workflows, and once they are all green for your chosen accounts, the automations will commence at the scheduled time, most likely the following morning. And that's it! You now have all 5 workflows as local, perhaps updated versions, and they are active on your chosen accounts. In the next and final lesson, we'll show you how to action the outputs of the 2 workflows that need manual intervention. Step 1, approving new exact keywords, and Step 5, creating new SCAGs.